Welcome to Carcino for Life, or whatever you want to call it. You know who I am. And let's talk about what everybody's speaking on right now. Where is LeBron James going to go in 2018? He's going to go to the Lakers. He's going to the Clippers. He's going somewhere. LeBron is leaving. Oh my God. And people was like, oh, LeBron got so much power. No man as athlete has had this much power. The only power he got is because it's social media. When Michael was playing, if they'd had the internet, look how promoted he is now. And he ain't even playing. Kobe really didn't have this kind of promotion. And to him, because of the scandal, they had to cut back off that. But that was really the start of social media. It's nothing like now. There wasn't no Twitter. Like, that was just brand new. They was like 3-4 years old. Like, you got to understand, like, YouTube is like 12 years old? Before that, it was like MySpace and what was that? In 2003, it was instant message. People were using that kind of information to communicate. Now, but let's go into LeBron James' status quo, where he is now, where we think he's going to go in the future. I see LeBron James and I think, wow, that's an athlete that's probably got 3-4 years left to be really efficient and be like a significant threat on the court. Um, Meaning that with popularity can still score his points and still be considered relevant. You're looking at about 3, maybe 4 years. It could be less. It could be 2. I mean, we've already seen this season the decline in his defense dramatically, which was there for plenty other years. It just was ignored by the media because they all worried about offense. But looking at LeBron James and how he conducts himself as an athlete and the business practices he does, wherever Jerry West seems to go, that's where the championships are, or the vying teams for championships. So when Jerry West hovers over a team, they seem to blossom. Now, for me, I think him going to the Clippers is going to be a dramatic change in the way the Clippers move forward. I think they're going to keep Chris Paul. Um, I believe LeBron James may go there in 2018. That's the strongest possibility. You just scratch the Lakers, but realistically, I could see him going to the Clippers more than anything else. The only reason he would stay here, and everybody's like, man, Chauncey Billups is gonna be the GM, man. That's gonna be something. Chauncey up there running the team with his boy Bron, with his boy Lou. I mean, everybody is LeBron homeboy. So why would he leave Cleveland? Why would he leave Cleveland when he's getting everything he wants? Now the GM is out of the way. They wanted Kevin Love gone in the middle of the season last year, and it didn't happen. He wanted that Melo deal to go down. It didn't happen. So they felt the GM was in the way. Let's get the GM out the way. Get a GM in here who's going to play ball, who's going to do what we say do no matter what. Oh, Chauncey Billups. Another first-time GM. Never had any experience at being a general manager. But let's put him in there. Coming from broadcast to general manager. And you think it's an accident LeBron James never had veteran coaches? Hmm? Think that's an accident or by design? See, the more these things keep happening, the more you keep saying, man, you know what? Garcino was right all along. Tyronn Lue, he always want rookie coaches. He don't want to be coached. He don't want to be general managed. He want to get it all the pieces of the pie he want in his favor. This is why he sits in those meetings with Adam Silver. Okay, I didn't say Goodell this time, so y'all could give me an applause to that. You know, I was very tired yesterday. When I was saying that, I was exhausted. I was asleep like almost right after that too. So I'm looking at it like this. People's like, he gonna end up in Golden State one day. Nah, unless he's really ring hungry, which he is. At this point, he want to have some rings on his fingers. He wants some more. And he don't care if he got to ride the pine. Everybody else do the work. He want to play on a team where he can rest. But here's the thing: the Clippers are so messed up. They're so messed up. They got so many gaps on the team. Chris Paul is great, but can he stay healthy? That's one. Two, you're looking at a situation that he's going to be getting $200 million, out of his deal. Why would he waive that? So that's a lot of money sucked up. So you think LeBron James by himself is the only piece they need to win a championship there? Blake would have to be gone. So you lose Blake, then you got a guy who can only get alley-oop dunks. And Jordan. That team going to be Golden State? I think not. But let's look to where we are right now. We're jumping ahead. Everybody should be focused on this year here because LeBron is here for this year. Now, let's look at it. You got Paul George, Jimmy Butler. Now, they saying that for Paul George, the Pacers want Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving or something like that. So that's probably not going to happen. Paul George don't want to stay in Cleveland. See, that's the problem. Nobody wants to play for Cleveland. They don't want to play in Cleveland. And I don't blame them. Now, ask yourself that. Why can't they get these big free agents to come to Cleveland? What is the problem? That's something you might need to ask yourself. What is going on in the city of Cleveland that's causing people to say, you know what, I was going to play here, but nah, forget that. Pack my bag. He wants to go to Los Angeles. Everybody want to go to L.A. So Paul George is willing to go there. He told the Pacers, I'm out next year. So do what you want to do with me this year, but I'm out. So Paul George, they might hold on to him to the All-Star break if they can't get nothing in the offseason, or trade him in the middle of the season before the All-Star break. Because the Pacers right now, they're in the driver's seat. They know they was going to deal Paul George anyway. It wasn't no need of him even making that statement. They were looking to deal him. But now that he put it out that he's leaving, good. You could look like the bad guy when we get rid of you because you don't want to be here. So now you know you really can't bring him on the court next season. So you got to just deal him in the offseason now instead of doing it in the preseason because the fans are going to boo him to death. But that's cool because the players, they really didn't like the way he kind of dumped on them last year, and feel like he was blaming them for the loss. So now they could breathe a lot easier. Now, will a Kevin Love fit great in Indiana? Absolutely. That's another Adam Crozier coming back to the team. When they had Crozier, he was great for the Pacers. He looks just like a Hoosier. You could put Kevin Love right in Indiana, he'll feel right at home. Perfect team for him to go. Now, the thing is, what do you have to give up? For Kevin Love to just go for Paul George, and is Paul George the answer for the Cleveland Cavaliers? You give up a guy who's probably not going to get you any rebounds. He's more athletic. But what is he really going to bring to the table? What are you really going to expect to get out of Paul George? He's a ball-dominant person. He's not catch the ball and shooting. He's on all the time. He's on, he's off. He can dribble and get his own shot. He ain't a great passer. He panics. He's not a great dribbler. He's another LeBron James. So you got two LeBron James out there on the court who can't steamroll nobody over. He can't get away with traveling. So you got to, some games he'll give you 40. Next game he giving you 10. Then what's going to happen to Kyrie? What's going to happen with Bron? LeBron can play like this because all he got to do is defer. But now you've hurt Kyrie's game. Now Tristan Thompson got to actually do his job and get rebounds. That ain't going to happen. Not every night. So, again, you got to ask yourself, is this the piece you really need? Or is it just a commercial piece? Because during the All-Star break or something like that, we don't need to hear LeBron rant, I need more. Because Darren Williams is gone. No, he ain't coming back. You don't have a lot of these players not coming back. You still got Sherbert on the team. You still got JR on the team. So you still lacking on defense. You still lacking, man. You got a lot of players to get rid of. Cleveland is a bad bag of apples. It's a bad team, period. Defensively, they are not the same, and they think because JR got hurt last year. JR gets hurt all the time. So what's new? JR be hurt again, and then you're going to be right back in the same boat. So to think Paul George makes you a contender for the championship just for getting him, it's obsolete. Now, the Jimmy Butler situation, now that's a little bit more attractive now, isn't it? Because Jimmy Butler can fit in this system. Jimmy Butler can go one-on-one. He can get rid of the ball. He knows how to get fouled and get to the free throw line. That's your post guy you need. And he plays defense. So that frees LeBron and not have to do anything, doesn't it? Make Jimmy the workhorse. But here's the problem with Jimmy. He gets hurt. All that physicality that he does, he pushes himself in the gym. He works very hard, very diligently, but he gets hurt. He gets hurt a lot. And the fact that he gets hurt a lot, that puts him in a position where he's vulnerable. Will he play 82 games? And then Cleveland will say, well, we don't need Jimmy to play 82. Yeah, but who is Jimmy Butler going to come in and replace? Because Jimmy right now was on the first team that people rank him better than Paul George, who was on NBA not 1, 2, or 3. He didn't make not one of those NBA teams last year. But he's the player that can get you over the hump. He's a Kevin Durant. I don't think so. Yeah, it's been cold here. It's been like 60 degrees here in June. It don't make no sense. But it is what it is. You deal with it. You move on. So, what do you guys think? The general public, what do you think LeBron was going to do? Because it seems obvious they're going to take Chauncey Billups, which is another mistake, I think, on their part. But I'm glad to see Chauncey and the brother get another GM spot. But it's just really a spot where LeBron going to tell them what they need to do. And he'll run it by the owner. And he'll just be a message guy till LeBron's gone. So, personally, you know what I really think? If they don't win the championship and they have the horses to, and those guys are just there for like 1 year, then LeBron is gone. He'll blame the ownership and then he'll leave. And he'll go out the back door. If they have the horses and they got a team, a nucleus in place, he'll sign a 1-year deal. And come on back for 1 more year. Or I tell you what, he'll just won't go nowhere probably. Or probably sign another 1-year extension or whatever. But here's the thing. LeBron is taking too much of the money. You're taking $33 million of the salary cap. You got all these guys that are overpaid. The owner's already paying for coaches that are not there. Glad is somewhere kicking it right now in the Bahamas, throwing money in the air. Or in the Ukraine. Doing whatever it is he do. David Blatt is paid. Now you got this GM is the first guy you don't have to pay. So he's gone, but you still paying my man millions of dollars, Mike Brown, for him to just leave. They paid him out his entire contract just for him to leave Cleveland. And he was like, bet. So he's gone. He's getting paid for like 2 coaching jobs. The Lakers, he took the Lakers job. The Lakers got to pay him. Cleveland paying him. And he on Golden State winning championships. Mike Brown is the biggest winner of all of them. The man get 3 checks. You want to be somebody, be like Mike Brown. That's pimping the league, baby. I'm going to come here and make the players hate me so much they going to want me off the team. But I got a contract. So they going to say, we'll just pay you. Just go. Because Kobe wanted to choke him. And you saw what happened there. So, on that note, man, I don't want to make this super long, man. But you know what it is already. You know what they're trying to do. They want to rebuild so they can try to bring Cleveland back in the mix. The NBA wants to mix this thing and make it a series. And it's just... What they don't realize is that they keep talking about they're doing record numbers. Not really. The series before did higher numbers in some of the games. And they was like, oh, that's because it was on this date. And we tried to squeeze the date and keep them off Friday and Saturday. If the game's on Friday and Saturday, for some reason, the number's not that high. We need to try to keep them on weekdays. That's when we get good, strong numbers. Or Sundays. Do Sundays, and then we try to keep them on weekdays as much as we can. But, if it lands on a Friday, they don't normally do that well. I'm like, forget those numbers. Keep trying to push the same 2 teams. Let's see the rest of the NBA in its glory. We don't need a NBA commissioner telling us that, this is like great reality television. We don't want to see that. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear other teams got to learn to play like Golden State and Cleveland. We don't need that. What we need is for you to stop altering the NBA. That's all we need. And let the league be the league. Let them play ball. Now I'm out. Do I think LeBron will leave and go to the Clippers? It all depends on the fallout of what they get this year. And I'll let you know definitely if he's gone. But as of right now, today, LeBron James is he's a Clipper in 2018. I'm out.